This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row, all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults. With 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute and available lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Hey, it's Kim Komando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to komando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. I always like to kick things off with something fun and interesting. And as you know, I'm a runner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever run?
Yeah, I've done some half marathons.
I've run. I've done a treadmill before.
Have you done a marathon? Half marathon?
I've been on a treadmill before. He's familiar with the concept.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you still listen to your Bible verses every single day like you decided to do in 2024 and it lasted one day?
I'm on day, it's so embarrassing. Okay.
He just called you
You
out.
just asked me if I've ever run.
Okay.
Let's rank
That's
the
fair.
embarrassment stages.
Okay. I'm on day 14.
Okay.
We're what,
Bible
40
in a
days
day.
into the year?
That's 2 weeks of Bible. Good job.
Okay. How many days have you done?
0.
Okay.
I've never even read the Bible.
Okay.
Booyah.
The reason why I'm talking about running is that there was a race in the UK.
Okay.
And when you're now racing is that, you're pretty much tracked the whole time that you're doing the race.
Yeah, you got a chip.
Yes. Okay. And so they're like, this woman, she's like running like a banshee. I mean, and she's like, where she's never run like this before. As a matter of fact, she ran a mile 2 minutes faster than anybody else that has ever run a race.
Waiting for the catch.
Okay.
What'd she do?
She got a lift.
That's happened before. Someone set a record at the Boston Marathon because they got in a cab halfway through.
That's what this one did. She actually called a lift. She's like, okay, I just need you to take me just a few miles.
I'm tired.
That's the way
incredible.
it is.
They'll never find out.
And so the last time I ran a marathon, I actually had to go buy a new pair of shoes because I was suffering from the agony of
Defeat. Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's right. It's another turbocharged Kim Komando Today. It's your daily fun podcast about all things digital and sometimes absolutely nothing. I'm, of course, Kim Komando, and joining us is the complete A team. We have, first up, Andrew Babinski.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
What are you going to be talking about today?
TikTok is trying to commit suicide. I'm convinced of it. They no longer want to be the world's #1 social media app.
Really?
Yeah, it's awful what they're planning on doing.
Oh.
It's just going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it for everyone.
Oh, no, not at all. All right, what do you got? And then, of course, the other half of the A team, our amazing content queen, Ali Seligman. Hello there, Al.
Hi, ready for this tease? I'm going to talk about the biggest mystery in crypto. But seriously, this isn't just clickbait. It really is.
What was that sound effect?
That's the ghost of CryptoPass.
Yeah, that was more ghostly than it was suspense. You're
That's
right.
okay.
I'll work on it.
Okay.
So Kim Komando Today is not only a great podcast, but it's also a great video stream. So if you're getting our podcast, you can go ahead and watch us. Do the show every single day, Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. That's on the East Coast. Big math, 1:30 p.m. That's
Yes,
right.
but what is it in Portugal?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. I think I said Portugal wrong.
You can't even spell it. So you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And I'm going to leave Rumble for last
Why?
because the people in Rumble are following directions.
Oh,
Love them.
Okay. Because when we launched on Rumble about 10 days or so ago, I think we had 25 followers on Rumble.
Okay.
Okay. We have over 12,000.
In 1 week?
Yeah. So
Or 2 almost?
Wow.
So the people on Rumble, if you're watching us on Rumble, hey, thank you so much.
Seriously.
You know
A+.
what? Doing a great job in sharing that. Sharing the pods, just telling one person. That's it. You just tell one person about Kim Komando Today. Just hit that big old share button. That's it. And then we do have a comment on Rumble that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you saw this, but Andrew and I were talking a lot about football.
Yeah.
Oh, I
'Cause-
saw. Yeah.
Because, I'm
Tim's
really, really into
huge football
football.
fan.
Yeah.
Just a huge fan.
Huge fan.
Especially,
The
if,
biggest.
especially if they're like a tight end. That's just
Love them.
that's just really something. But Scott Chess left
Something.
Scott Chess left a comment. FYI, the Saskatchewan Rough Riders could win a championship game 1-0 since Canadian football has a single point play.
Yes, that is true.
Any kick that goes into the end zone and isn't brought out is 1 point. By the way, love the show. So
At one point in the Canadian Football League, there was 2 teams called the Rough Riders. So the Rough Riders played the Rough Riders. That's how creative Canadians are.
Was the score 1-0?
1-1.
I don't know if I get that.
Hey,
Hey?
what's this all about?
What's that all about? Okay, so coming up, we have all that great stuff. And then later on, I'm going to talk about how much money you can really make as an Uber driver.
Oh,
I saw this story.
It's depressing, isn't
So
it?
such a
sad.
bummer.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the top 5 things that you need to know about tech. It's
Cool.
happening right now. Okay, so like, for example, officials are warning that, I know this is a shocker, but the Chinese are trying to hack us.
No.
Not my Chinese. You would never do that.
They are. And especially if you have an older router. So if you're sitting there and you have an old router and you're like, it still works. I don't need any updates. It's been chugging along for many, many years.
How old is
No.
old?
What would you say, Al?
3 to 5 years.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm good.
Especially
I'm
if it's like all dusty.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to log in and change the settings at all, get a new router.
So any router we have to go, that's
it.
too old.
Yeah, that's
All right.
it.
That's a Nintendo cartridge, but yes.
And then if you need a new router, we have a router quiz over at Commando.com. And you definitely want to get what's called a mesh system.
I have a mesh system.
Oh,
I have a
look at
router
you.
that connects to a mesh system that I connect everything to.
And it works great, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
And it extends the signal throughout the entire house.
So nice.
I love it.
All right, coming at number 2, they're calling it the $3,500 chastity belt.
Hey?
A, all of a sudden now got your attention. Okay. Apple Vision buyers are disappointed that they can do a lot of things in VR. They can play games. They can go on trips. They can edit Photoshop documents, but they cannot have erotica.
How
or
can they
porn.
not? How's there no porn? What's
Nope.
Apple trying to do? They want to make money with this puppy?
Nope, there's no VR porn. No VR porn. But like VR and AR and erotica and like other tech, at one point it'll all come together at the end.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Kim is working blue today.
Woof.
I didn't know if you'd get that.
You don't think I would get that?
Okay, just saying.
All right.
If you drive a Honda, between-
Everyone on Rumble got that. I just want
Thank
you to
All
know.
12,000.
Thank you, 12,000 people on Rumble. Thank you. We appreciate that. Let's see. If you drive a Honda, have you ever owned a Honda?
Never.
No.
God, they just seem to last forever. It seems like.
Well, all those Japanese vehicles last forever, don't they?
Well, I was driving. I was driving my Ferrari,
Sure.
and
Speaking of Hondas,
She didn't ask us if you've
No,
ever
she
owned a
didn't.
Ferrari.
have you
She
ever
knows
owned a
better.
Ferrari?
I've never even rented a Ferrari.
I'll take you for a ride.
Thanks, appreciate it.
But it just seems like whenever I'm driving that car, there's some guy in a Honda that they've lowered it down,
oh, he wants to race you?
wants to race me.
Of course.
Who wins?
I don't. Well, okay, not that I never always race, but
Kim wins.
try,
Never always race.
try and talk yourself out of this one.
So you win.
Yeah, she did say never always. Which one does it mean?
so I just want to prove a point.
Yeah,
that-
Sure,
put them
sure.
in their place.
Yes. So anyway, but going back to the Honda, if you have a Honda between 2020 and 2022, 750,000 of them have been recalled.
Wow,
I mean,
Is it a bad one?
their airbag may not deploy.
that's a bad one.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they say that if yours is impacted, you're going to get a letter in the mail.
Great, because that's how everybody finds out
All right.
about keeping their family safe by going to the mailbox.
Okay, moving on to number 4. Have you ever heard of euglonoids?
Of course. I mean, fill everybody else in, but of course I
One
know.
more? What's that?
EUGLENOIDS. Now, you may know this because it was in a newsletter. Now, let's ask Andrew, what is an eaglenoid?
Obviously, it's an eagle that is from the Netherlands. An eaglenoid.
Needle noise.
The noids?
Yeah. Just prove me I'm wrong because you know I'm right.
It's a microorganism that has survived Earth's 5 mass extinction.
That lives on eagles in the Netherlands.
Now, this is why this is interesting. Because you might be wondering, like, why the heck are we talking about eaglenoids?
Why are we mispronouncing this word 64 different ways?
We might get one.
Yes, exactly. And we'll just edit and post the right one that we got.
Okay, researchers it actually is from the Netherlands.
I told you.
No kidding.
From the university, proposed that they lived in microfossils. And they're like, okay, so how do we make sure and how can we test this theory?
Yeah.
There's actually some guy on YouTube who is like taking all these microscopic images of the eaglenoids.
Right.
And then the people that were researching are like, oh, we found the answer on YouTube.
They just Googled it.
Yes.
Researchers just like us. That's incredible.
Isn't that something? It's like, wow.
That's how I find out how to do anything.
And that guy's got 6 views on that video, and they were all from
Yes.
these researchers.
He just changed the history of the course
Wouldn't
of the
that
world.
be something like, so all of a sudden this guy starts making money on
Right.
YouTube?
And he's a huge YouTube star because of eugloids or whatever they're
Let's
called.
go watch his Euclid videos.
Let's cut to it right now. We'll be right back.
Yes, I'm sure it's going to be really exciting. And finally this, because everybody else is talking about Taylor Swift.
Who's that? I'm not familiar.
Big in football?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a football player.
Travis
She's a
Kelce's
tight end, I
girlfriend.
think.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, she is. She's lawyering up against that college kid because he's sharing everywhere she goes in her private jet. He's following her around.
It's public information.
His name is Jack Sweeney. And he said he's just trying to shine a light on celebrities' carbon footprints.
Which she's a huge environmentalist. It's something she speaks about publicly.
And she says this is stalking and harassment.
She's not going to win.
Okay, well, Elon Musk, he was tracking Elon.
But didn't he? I thought he gave in to Elon after a conversation.
Yes.
So maybe he just wants to have tea with her. Spill some tea with Taylor, and he'll stop getting her everywhere.
Do we think Jack wants a little bit of money?
Uh,
He did originally ask Elon for money.
Yes,
Elon
he
said
did.
no.
maybe it could be.
I think maybe now he's big enough that he's just like doing it for the principle of the thing.
Sure, and he gets a name off of it,
of
notoriety
course.
from doing it.
But
Yeah, his
it's
name's
super
everywhere.
easy to track a flight. I mean,
Right.
you just
Yeah.
get the end number and just put it into Google. And it's like, oh, boom, bang.
Right, that's what I said. It's all out there in the public.
But you can make your end number disappear if you work with the FAA.
Well, why doesn't Taylor just do that?
I
instead
don't
of
know.
filing
That's
a
why.
lawsuit?
That's why I was curious, like why they didn't really do it.
Interesting.
Barry uses a program called Flight Radar 24, and you've been at our house, and so we've got this great view of the city, and so I mean it's actually kind of cute because like we'll be sitting there like having a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I, have a drink.
No, you're too busy running all the
It's
time.
water. It's water. Carbonated water if she's feeling sassy.
Yes, my lemon drop martini. That's my new.
That's your new fave?
Oh my gosh, a lemon drop martini.
I still haven't had one.
Really?
No.
We should all go out for a lemon drop martini.
Sure.
No sugar on the rim.
Why not?
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
All right,
Exactly.
fine.
You don't need it. So, anyways,
Are you going to laugh at me when I order a Midori sour?
what's
I
a,
will.
You are. Yeah, you definitely are.
What's a Midori sour?
It's a Midori and sweet and sour. It's a cocktail.
Sweet and sour sauce like Chinese food.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
You don't know what sweet and sour is?
No,
I don't either.
You don't know what sour is?
no.
All right, I work with Beth McDonald at KEZ. I've learned so much about alcohol in the last 4 years. I can school you up after the show.
Okay.
I know. I see a picture of her, like a stand-up picture in the wine section at AJ's. I'm like, I don't know if that's good for your brand or not.
It is her brand.
So, anyways, it's Flight Radar 24. And then what he can do is he just points at the plane and it tells it exactly like, oh, this plane's coming in from Houston. This plane is coming in from
that's
New
cool.
Zealand.
That's fun.
It is. It is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then you can also say to, hey, Siri, but I don't know if it still works anymore. Because I tried it the other day and she didn't know what I was talking about. But you can say what planes are overhead.
Oh,
Oh, we should do some testing.
Yes, and then
if it
it'll tell
doesn't
you
work
what planes.
anymore, we'll put it in the newsletter as an RIP.
And so here's a joke for you to tell everyone.
I can't wait. Where's my pen and paper?
During the Super Bowl,
Oh,
Okay, this is a Super Bowl joke.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to want to tell your kids this.
I hope you delivered this well.
I
Okay.
hope I can find some kids to tell.
Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift? Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift?
I don't know why.
Because she had bad blood.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is. That's
okay.
why I whispered
you sing
bad
it?
blood. We used to have. No, I can't.
Oh, come on, try it.
We used to have mad love. Now we have bad blood. That's all I got.
You sing worse than I do.
Let's be fair. I think they're equally awful.
Okay, how about you sing it?
I don't know the words. I
Okay,
didn't even know.
Okay,
That was the
we
word.
just gave you the
Thought I
lyric.
had bad blood. Then we had bad blood.
That's it.
Don't forget about the bad blood.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Just
Stop it.
auto-tune that, and it'll sound amazing.
That was really awful.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sorry. Anybody who's listening to a podcast right in those ears.
Bad blood.
You look confused. Do you need to take a break?
Actually, he looked
Sorry.
constipated.
Yeah, like you had to go potty.
Am I sweating?
It's the bad blood.
All right, hey, coming up, we're going to be talking about TikTok, Bitcoin, and Uber. So you don't want to miss that. So stay right where you are. Hey, it's Kim Komando today. Now, the easiest way for us to grow our Daily Fun podcast is for you to do one thing. Just tell one person.
It's easy.
That's it. Just hit that share button. Just one person.
And if you want to get props from Kim, like everyone over at Rumble is,
Yes, Rumble. You guys and gals are doing so good on Rumble.
imagine if you're watching it on YouTube and you're like, how about those YouTubers get some love?
That's true.
Start sharing it, and
What
Kim
do-
will notice.
What about Facebook?
Yeah, I love it. That's where I watch it. I go and
This
watch
is like in
replay it
a
on
stadium
Facebook.
when it's like over here,
Right.
clap over here.
We want
Yeah,
everyone to do the
everybody.
wave.
We do.
It's so easy. Just click on the share button.
So with TikTok,
Yeah.
we've never really promoted TikTok.
No, TikTok's tough, especially because, well, you got to have 10,000 followers to live stream on TikTok.
I know. So if anybody's on TikTok, you need to follow us on TikTok.
So we can get up on there.
Yes.
We can
Yeah.
get up on there.
Maddie, do you have something to say?
Few comments. They're very short.
All right.
Ooh.
Are they
But-
good?
Yeah, I mean, Liz Dotson says hi.
Hi, Liz
Hey,
Dotson.
Liz.
Hi.
I see her all the time
Hi, Liz.
on Facebook. And
mad at
so
Liz?
Sly Dog on YouTube says, "What's up?"
What's up, Sly Dog?
Why's that?
Nope,
And
we're
then
not bringing that back.
Why aren't we?
Nope.
It's so cool.
And then Star City Creation says, "Hi from Virginia" on YouTube.
Oh, Star City
Hello,
Creations.
Virginia. That's
Virginia,
nice.
Virginia's one of my favorite 50
what?
states.
What do you think Star City Creations sells?
Star City Creations.
Jewelry.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely
probably.
jewelry.
Candles. Maybe some sort of candle.
Nice. Okay.
Why do you think they sell anything?
It just sounds like a storefront, like Star City.
We'll
Now,
find the answer.
We'll have to
We'll-
research
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Star City Creations should tell. Oh, wedding videography. That's what
Hey!
they do.
Oh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
There you go.
We were both wrong.
Yeah.
So we want you to share. We want you to comment. In case you're wondering, like, so who was that we just brought on the podcast? Well,
Who's that lady?
that's Maddie. We love Maddie.
Love her.
Maddie is like, because she's like Houdini, I call her Maddini.
She books the best guests.
She really does.
I love when I get the email of the guest that's coming up. It's so it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It is. Do we have a guest tomorrow, Maddie?
Yeah, we do.
Who is it?
We do. It's Lindsay Valdez from Freestar, and she's going to tell us why Google's not dying in terms of ads.
Ooh.
Well, her company sells ads. That's why.
But stay with me here.
Because I have a mortgage. That's why they're not dying.
And how to boost up your website.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's good, especially with SEO.
Well, perfect.
Cover
So
that.
if you have a friend that's a business owner, share this link. Tell them
Star
to tune
City
in tomorrow.
Creations, you
Star
ought to be
City.
paying attention. Just saying. All right, so what's going on with TikTok?
All right. So TikTok has been evolving over the last year. I know. Are you guys big TikTokers?
No, I can't.
I know. I don't even think you've downloaded the app, Kim. But they started with the TikTok shop, where now every single TikTok user is trying to hawk their crap to you. You know, I see it probably 30 times in 10 minutes. This air freshener that's supposed to hang from your rearview mirror, and it's the greatest thing ever. My son used to have autism, and then I got this air freshener, and now he doesn't. I hate it.
Now, are the things like super cheap?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely Amazon junk, and that
Okay.
they say is life-saving and life-changing and amazing. So every 4 videos, you're going to get the TikTok ad. Then every 3 videos, you're going to get someone hawking one of their TikTok crap shop items. And now,
Crap shop. I think I see a trend.
so now what the TikTok is messing with is 2 different plans for what they're looking for advertising in the future. One is they're going to superimpose products into people's videos without them even being aware of it.
No.
The
No,
example
honest?
was this girl is in her kitchen doing a new TikTok trend dance, and over her door is a sign for a product that's not there.
Okay, does she get a cut of the action?
They're testing it right now. And once they do, they get it down and they will cut in they'll make the deals with the influencers, whether or not they can add these things to their videos. They will get a cut of this ad revenue system. The other one, they're not.
What's the other one?
When you're sitting there watching a video, and the example that was used in the story I was watching was someone who was watching fashion from the Emmys that just happened, or
The Grammys.
Grammys. The Grammys just happened. Someone was watching
He
a
makes
video.
fun of me not knowing anything about sports.
Wow, pop culture, Andrew.
Sorry. So it was the Tony Awards, and
Everyone looked great.
someone was watching a video about all the fashion. And what TikTok is doing is they're using AI to pinpoint products in the videos and then pop an ad in the corner if you want to buy it.
So I'm going to say that sounds kind of cool to me. Like if you see, I don't know, Miley Cyrus in that crazy dress and you're like, could I wear that? Tina
Here's-
Turner dress? Maybe.
Here's the problem.
She
I mean,
looks
it's
so good in that
$10,000.
dress. Didn't
Did
she?
you see her arms?
Oh,
That's my new life goal.
oh my gosh.
Didn't she get all this fat sucked out of her
Yeah,
face?
you know what? She looked beautiful.
I don't think she looked bad.
Okay, well, normally I always thought she looked kind of cringe. I mean, kind of like, ooh.
I like short hair Miley way more than helmet head Miley that she was at the Grammys. Her hair was so big.
But you know what? It made
was
her
a look.
eyes. She looked like she was coming out of the 70s with that hair
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
dress.
Well, the problem is the AI from TikTok, you see Miley walking down and you're like, oh my God, that dress is beautiful. Well, the AI hasn't figured out what's what yet. So Sponge Daddy ads kept on popping up.
Are you kidding?
No.
Sponge Daddy? I
You
don't
know what
a
the Sponge Scrub Daddy?
Oh.
You know what that thing is?
We're going to call it Sponge Daddy.
So it would focus in on shoes and it would pop up an ad for a tire iron. Like the AI has not figured it out yet. But once they do, that means every single video
So
on
is,
your TikTok
is
feed.
that's
TikTok like turning into like QVC?
Well, that's what they want. They want to be Amazon plus YouTube. Like right now, they're promoting their creators to turn their phones to the side and record YouTube videos, longer, up to 30 minutes.
Wow.
And so it's no longer scrolling because they want to compete with YouTube. They want to be everything, every app all in
Okay,
one.
since you're a big TikToker, will it
I'm,
work?
I'm not anymore.
Oh,
They're
really?
ruining it. If I want to see nothing but commercials, I'd just use Instagram. But TikTok used to be
Cool subtle burn on Instagram. Nice.
Exactly.
You're
That was
welcome.
good.
Gotcha, Meta. It's too much commercials, and I'm not alone. There's so many videos posting saying we don't want to buy anything from your TikTok shop, so delete those videos.
Do we think then there's going to be a membership option where you can turn off all these extra ads?
Good call, Al.
Would
That's
you?
a good-
I don't.
Would
I
you
don't
pay for it?
No, it's not that important.
Okay.
Somebody else will
You
come
just find
on.
somewhere else to
Yeah,
scroll?
someone else will come on.
So, what do you think is going to be next?
I don't know. Wherever they want to be Amazon plus YouTube. And so it's just going to be pushing these videos in the TikTok shop more and more and more. There are people, there's an artist, a singer I really liked. And I followed him. I don't follow a lot of people on TikTok, but I followed him because I thought his music was beautiful. And now all of his videos are him selling some lawn dart game nonstop.
Lawn dart.
I unfollowed him because I don't want to buy his stupid lawn darts. I just want to hear him sing.
Have you ever bought anything off TikTok?
Not one time, ever, ever, ever.
Is this just a stance you won't do it, or would you buy something off TikTok?
There's nothing where I went. Let me rephrase this. I've seen stuff on YouTube, on TikTok, but it's so much easier just to pop over Amazon and buy it there.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Maddie and I talked about an experiment we're working on right now.
Okay.
Okay. Maddie's going to go on TikTok and she's going to buy 5 products.
Okay.
We're going to get the video about like what it does.
Cures your son's autism. Yes.
Yes. And then we're going to see if that really works. Right, Matt?
It's definitely that snail mucin
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
sale.
yeah.
I
Or
have
like,
a-
or
I used
something else.
Mucin years back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look
Mine-
great.
I have a
Supposed
male
to cure your
coworker.
skin.
Is he glowy and dewy and
He's been using it for
beautiful?
months.
Yeah.
He uses
Does he
the
look
snail
great?
mucus.
Does it look good?
Nah, he looks the same.
But he feels so supple
It's really slow.
and kind of wet.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to test the results of the 5 things you buy?
yeah, we're going to talk about
We're
it.
going to do some debunking, it sounds like.
Yes, and we're only going to buy like cheap junk.
Yeah, well,
sure.
you found the right place.
Lawn
TikTok
darts.
shop.
All right, so coming up, Al, you're going to talk about Bitcoin.
I am. The biggest crypto mystery. Who created Bitcoin? All we have is this name. We don't actually know who the person is, but there's a big court case right now.
And then, do we have like a sound effect for that?
For a court case?
It was this spooky ghost noise.
Oh, yeah. Bad blood.
That's it.
That was it. I had some guy send an email comment in the newsletter this morning. He's like, love the newsletter. And then he signed it Jim, Fat Ass, and Ken.
Nice callback, Jim.
I know.
Love Jim.
I thought that was funny.
That's nice.
All right, so we got that coming up, and also how much money you can really make at Uber. So stay right where you are.
If you only have a 401k, you're not getting the most for retirement.
Wait, what?
Add a Robinhood IRA on top, then they'll boost it by 3%.
You can do that?
And if you transfer in any retirement account, you get 3% on top of that.
Is there a limit to the match?
No limit. Robinhood Gold gets you the biggest contribution match of any IRA on the market. Sign up for Robinhood Gold at Robinhood.com/boost by April 30th. Subscription fees apply.
Investing involves risk. 3% match requires gold for 1 year from first match. Must keep IRA for 5 years. Match on transfers subject to additional terms and conditions. Robinhood Financial LLC. Member SIPC.
Hey, it's Kim Commando today. Do you know we're giving away a $1,000 laptop?
No, you're not.
Yes, for real.
You should have told me about this.
You can't win.
I don't care anymore then. I'm going to stop paying attention.
Commando.com/win. That's commando.com/win. KOMANDO.com/win. And, you know, somebody has to win because Andrew can't win and
No.
Allie can't
I
win.
can't win.
No.
Maddie
But
can't win. You can't win.
Speaking of Allie, is that you also, I got an email about you today.
Good or bad?
Well, he said that he really misses Bad News Allie.
We're coming back. All right, cool. Next week, I will be such a bummer.
Bad News Allie.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I wanted you to talk about Bitcoin is because you're a crypto queen.
Yeah, I had my crypto phase. We just heard about how I found all that money.
Did you sell it yet?
No, I have not sold that yet.
Why? It's not real money until
I
you
just
sell
haven't
it.
gotten to it, Andrew.
Okay, if somebody gave me $5,000, I would do it.
Well, what if it's $7,000 tomorrow?
Okay, what if it's
What
$2,000?
if- Yeah.
Eh.
Stop being such an optimist.
Okay, next time I'll be Bad News Alley and I'll tell you if I've sold the crypto and I'll really try to do it.
At least sell half. You don't have to sell all of
You
it.
could give it to
If I'm
us.
going to do the thing, I'm just going to do. If I'm going to go through the machinations.
You don't remember your password, do you?
Oh, no, I do.
That's why
I
you
do.
haven't sold it.
I do remember. This is one password that I remember.
Yeah, it's an important
Do you
one.
consider us friends?
I do.
That was a long pause. Woo!
Well, because I'm trying to see what she's trying to get out of me here. $1,000 computer?
No, that, you could share with us the crypto.
You don't have to share with me.
I could take you guys out for a lemon drop martini. How about that?
That's true.
That's true.
yeah, and we can
Crypto
get your
Queen is
sweet and
buying.
sour sauce.
Yeah, you are buying.
Your teriyaki whiskey.
Midori sour. It's delicious.
Sweet and
Feminine
sour.
and delicious.
It's feminine, delicious.
Then he wants the VR headset next.
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
Bitcoin was
Yes.
founded 15 years ago.
Right.
By who? Okay, all we have is a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto. This is either maybe a person, maybe a group. It's never quite been clear.
Are we sure it's a pseudonym? Like there isn't some guy sitting out there that's his name and
Well, here's where it gets interesting, right?
Okay.
Because there are people who say, it's me, which we'll get to. There are people that say, oh, it's him. And they say, no, not me. So it's been this huge mystery for all this time. And why are we talking about it? Yes, we all live a mystery,
what
right?
does it matter though? I mean, is there something in it for being him?
Well, part of it is whoever Satoshi is, that person, group, whatever, has 1.1 million Bitcoin, which is
Whoa.
about
How much?
$45 trillion.
Just sitting in a wallet somewhere?
Yeah.
You know what? He's the guy we want to be friends with.
Seriously.
Yeah, wait, you're
Forget-
coming after me for my $5,000?
Forget
Jeez.
freebie over here. We got to find the real guy.
Yeah, and we might actually get an answer because there is a court case going on right now in London with somebody who says, yes, it's me. He's this Australian computer scientist. His name is Craig Wright. He has said for years, it's me, I'm Satoshi. There is a nonprofit group, they're like tech and crypto companies who are trying to prove that he's not. Okay, so in general, in the crypto community, people think this guy is a big fat liar
He's
who
just trying
just
to get
wants
his hands on the money.
attention, just wants money, just wants whatever, right? Most of the people who have been kind of in the spotlight for, is this Satoshi? Is this the Bitcoin founder? Most people are pretty low key, say, no, it's not me. Craig is always like, yeah, yeah, it's me over here.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Is he living like this lavish lifestyle?
Kind of. Also, look up pictures of this guy, Craig Wright with a W. He's always in these really fancy 3-piece suits that make him look like a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like a villain.
Oh, he does?
He does. Yeah.
Like a Bond villain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He, in December 2015, Wired wrote about him because he came to them and said, this is me. I created Bitcoin. Here's all my evidence for it. Well, turns out, in some of that stuff, he wrote a blog post on his own personal blog that was pretty similar to the Bitcoin papers that came out later. He had, leaked emails that like referenced a peer-to-peer payment system, all this stuff that felt like, okay, maybe it's him. Then Wired had to come back and say, we looked further into this stuff.
Not really?
He backdated the blog posts. He backdated a bunch of the stuff. So,
Greg.
yeah, maybe not.
So
I
he's
know.
been caught red-handed.
Kind of, but he's always had enough to kind of hold on to it.
Okay.
And now they're in court.
What are they going to be in court? Is a judge?
Yeah, what are they
gonna
trying to
say?
do?
He's trying to prove it's me. And this other group is trying to prove, no, it is not you. And so they're seeing, is there any actual real evidence that we can trust? I absolutely love this. So one of the lawyers, he's in court right now. This was from yesterday. There's a video where he is essentially trying to show, here is an email that was sent to Satoshi and I have access to it. I am Satoshi. And everything's kind of blurry. His hand kind of goes over where the URL bar is, like enough to make you think like, is this legit? What's
Not
going on
legit.
here? He said, so the lawyer said, you can't operate a mouse and a phone at the same time. And he said, and hold it still? No.
Oh, because it was dodgy.
Yeah. So
Yes.
he's trying to blame, well, I can't like hold my computer and do my mouse and do all these things. So far, his arguments are essentially, all this stuff is messy because I'm just a regular person.
I'm a
just
klutz.
doing my best. Exactly. Like, haha, oops.
Where's my 45 trillion?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want to know.
$45 trillion. Can you believe that?
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
But why hasn't the real creator of Bitcoin gone in there and got some of their coin out?
There are different theories. One is that the real creator died in 2014.
Okay.
So he's just been gone this whole time. There are a
Now,
couple
why do
other
they say
people-
2014? I mean,
well,
where
the
that?
guy, his name is Hal. He died in 2014,
Oh.
but he's believed to be,
Okay,
he might be the creator.
How?
I
His
know
name is
Hal. I know.
Hal.
That's what I
understand
was
why you
thinking.
use a fake name.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Hal, and I created Bitcoin.
I know a Hal, and he's a nice guy.
I'm sure he's nice. Didn't create Bitcoin.
No, he did
Maybe
not.
he did.
No. He's a
Hal-
nice guy, though.
Hal lived a few blocks away from someone legally named Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto.
Wow, that's a nice piece
So
right
was
there.
he using his neighbor's name?
Right.
Were they working together? So he's suspected to be one of, the best contenders. He's dead,
Was
which
he murdered?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
I
That
thought
would've
she was
been
going to say
good.
yes,
Yes.
and then we'd all get excited.
Yes.
No. And then there's another guy, Dorian, who a different Dorian.
I was going to say, there's a lot of Dorians.
Seriously.
I know. Both him and Satoshi are Japanese. Both have libertarian leanings. Both have written about similar things. So he's another one that people say, oh, it's definitely him.
Does Dorian say it's not
Dorian
him?
says, no, it's not me.
Okay.
One time Newsweek published an article about him, and they included a picture of his house. Can you believe
Oh,
that? They
that's not nice.
totally doxed this guy. Yeah. A fun fact there, people started a crowdfunding campaign because they felt so bad that he had been outed and said, no, this isn't
yeah?
me. And I think what they raised for him is worth $2 billion now. So Dorian's fine. Dorian's good.
Anybody want a picture of my house? Give me $2 million bucks.
You know,
we can
I
have
don't.
it.
I didn't want to say anything, but I actually invented Bitcoin.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
you.
sense,
Yes.
Craig.
It's you, Hal.
So this court case could last a month. We'll see if Craig can prove it's him. I don't think it's him. I think he's a big fat liar.
Only one who benefits is the lawyers from this thing. This is pointless.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if the guy had $45 trillion, I think
You'd ride off into the sunset.
exactly. I'd go buy a few islands, just
It's
kind of.
easy to prove. If you're the guy, go get in your wallet and send me 2 Bitcoin. We're done. It's you. It's not him.
It's
no
not him.
way. He's a liar.
So, do you think what is the price of Bitcoin now?
Like 45,000.
What was the high?
60 something?
65.
Yeah.
High 60s.
So, is it going back up?
Yeah, it's been going back up. Slowly but steady. It's going up. All the EFT stuff has done a lot. Regular people can go add Bitcoin to their portfolio.
Do you think the government's ever going to regulate it?
Yeah.
But then isn't it then not what it's supposed to
Not
be
gonna be
if it's
anonymous.
regulated by the
Well,
government?
I think that they won't run the servers and run the networks and all that kind of stuff. But I think they'll have more regulation on it for sure.
I think they kind of have to. I mean,
Well, also,
To a certain
isn't it in
extent.
their best interest because they want
taxes.
taxes?
Yeah.
So of course they're going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you get taxed if you sell your Bitcoin now.
Oh, you sure do. You have to think about what's going to happen to me if I get this $5,000.
Not worried about that. I just want my free drink.
I just want my free lemon drop martini. I mean, times are a little. Actually, I could right now. Anybody? You know what?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I'm sure it is. All right.
Portugal.
Speaking of money, we're going to talk about how much money you can make driving for Uber when we come right back here on Kim Commando Today.
This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row, all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute and available lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Hey, it's Kim Commando Today. It's your daily fun podcast, as I like to say, about all things digital. Now, if you're not getting our free newsletter, come on.
What are you
folks.
doing?
I mean, really. Head over to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. Now, at the bottom of every newsletter, there's a referral link. And that referral link is your ticket to fabulous prizes. That's what it is. I mean, if you refer enough people, you will get an official. Allie, could you model that Kim Commando mug right there?
Oh, sure.
Okay. You're going to get an official Kim Commando mug. Yes. See?
This
The
is
sound
empty.
effects and all.
Exactly. Or you could get an official Kim Commando Show baseball hat.
Yeah, that's a
Kim,
good
you're
one.
really bearing the lead here.
What do
Tell
you
the
think?
people what they really want.
The fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
Okay.
The money.
Oh, the money.
There's
The
money?
money.
Yes. And if you give us 1,000 referrals,
1,000 people.
1,000 people, and they stay. I mean, so don't be like thinking, I'm going to make all these Gmail accounts. I'm going to go ahead.
No,
and
we'll
do
know if you're doing
okay,
that.
we're
That's
gonna
Hal's voice right there.
I'm totally going to game the system, Kim Commando. I'm so much smarter than your people. We're going to know. Okay, so, but it has to be 1,000 people that sign up for the newsletters and they hang around for a while. We are going to give you $1,000.
That's a lot of money.
Heck yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we had a guy on the show the other day. He has an HOA with 500 people in it.
Halfway there.
He's halfway there.
Did you literally send the referral link to everyone in this HOA?
Heck yeah,
yes.
you did.
He's a brave individual.
And then from then on, everybody's like, I don't know about that house color, Bob. Just saying. Better get those trash cans in before
Looks like you need 2 new roofs over there.
So let's check in with Marini.
Yes.
Marini, what's going on? How are people on social?
Yeah, so it's time to ride, says Allie. The house always wins, so sell it and enjoy the gift. So you got to sell the Bitcoin.
That's actually really good advice. Okay.
That is.
You're going to complain about paying taxes on free money? Come on, it's
Of
free.
course.
All right, fine. Yeah, you are an American.
Yeah.
Let me see. So Sam Raleigh says Neil Sedaka sang Bad Blood first.
Neil Sedaka.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a cover? Bad Blood's a cover?
I didn't know
No,
that.
I think he's a.
You don't think?
I don't think that's true.
You think he's
Oh.
fooling? Okay. Come on, Neil.
Come on,
So
Neil.
we need facts.
We got a lot of people who don't trust TikTok.
What,
Yeah, I
what
get
did
that.
Neil Sedaka sing?
I have no idea. I just know he was in that video where he's screaming at his road manager saying, "The guys in the band get shirts." That's the only thing I know about him.
I can't wait to yell that at Kim later this week.
I know. Now I'm wondering what Neil Sedaka actually sang.
Oh yeah, he Calendar Girl. You know that one?
You know,
Oh,
my
okay.
calendar girl.
That one.
Yeah.
That
Let
one.
me see. One-way ticket.
Don't know
No,
that
they
one.
didn't.
Oh,
that
The
one.
Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Okay.
who
now-
sang.
okay. Whoa. Stop that. Don't ever do that again.
Copyright.
Yes.
And then Deb Doling says, love your newsletter and now watch on YouTube. You guys are great. Watching from Nebraska.
Nice.
Hi, Deb.
Nice. We love Nebraska.
And Deb gets the newsletter. That's nice. I know somebody who doesn't get the newsletter.
It's unacceptable for anyone not to get the newsletter.
It's crazy.
So easy to sign up.
It is.
Where do you
It's
sign up,
super
Andrew?
easy.
I don't know.
You get to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. All right. So we all know this story, but we have to talk about it. So,
Yeah.
because everybody else doesn't know the story. Is that what was it? It was in Business Insider, I think.
Yeah.
An Uber driver, the guy named Dean Saran, he's clocked in over 410,000 miles driving for Uber.
Ooh,
It's
baby.
insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I complain about 8 miles to work. Okay. I'm just saying.
Traffic.
Oh my gosh. He works between 40 and 60 hours a week. Last year, he made $103,000.
That's
That's
pretty
a good living.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
6 figures.
But
Oh, no.
he only ended up taking home around $20,000 because of, he says, car maintenance, gas, insurance, and Uber's fees. Uber takes a 4% booking fee on every ride,
Okay.
a service fee, which is the gap between what the rider pays and what the driver makes from the trip. Out of that $103,000, they took out almost $40,000.
Oh, my gosh.
40%.
Yes.
That's worse than the taxes on my crypto.
Yeah. So
How do they keep drivers?
I don't know.
I think I would, if I was like, you know what, I'm going to drive for Uber. And I went on,
Truly.
and then I looked at the calculator on, I'll be like,
Yeah.
no way, you're not taking 40%.
I think you'd be a good Uber driver, though. I think you too would be, Alex.
Very
You would.
chatty.
Yes.
Do you chat with your Uber driver? Oh, I could talk the whole way there. Ask them about their lives, see what they're doing.
It depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Same.
Okay.
I would be a bad Uber driver because of that.
Yeah.
Depends on what mood I'm in.
You'd have a bad mood day. where
Maybe.
you tell
Well,
your
it's just like,
passenger,
you know,
"Shut
if I'm busy
Mhm.
and like, you know, I'm doing things while I'm sitting in the car.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, I got things to do, people to see, places to go, you know, that whole thing.
Sure.
I don't really care about how long you've been driving for Uber, you know.
No, but it's all brought on by me. I will bring it. I'll ask the questions. I'll engage the conversation.
Okay, so what was the most interesting question that you ever asked an Uber driver?
We talked about this on the show when I read that woman's bio. And that the only reason she was Uber driving is because her and her husband both had cancer, and that's the most
I know.
interesting. No, and then I had this other woman. She was driving Uber part time, and her full time job was a State Farm insurance agent. And so I just kept on asking her questions about people they had to decline.
Anything good that you remember?
The best story was never volunteer information to an insurance company. That's
Yeah.
what she was trying to teach us with this story. Because this guy owned this house in Augusta, Georgia, but then he was living in Florida.
Okay.
And he was living there for 8 months out of the year, which is more than half of the year. That means
That was big math you did right
yeah,
there.
8 plus 7,
More than
carry the
half.
5. But that means that wasn't his primary residence.
Correct, Mundo.
Entire house flooded. 2 feet of water in every room in the entire house.
Oh my
Insurance
gosh.
company comes out and says, well, we're going to have to pay for all of that. And he's like, great, because I've been gone for 10 months.
Oh, you
And the-
idiot.
Yes. And they're standing there and like, you've been gone for 10 months? And he's like, well, yeah, I live in Florida, but this is just my second home that I only stay in 3 or 4 months a year. Declined. Denied. Nothing. They gave him
No.
not $1.
Yeah, so never
Incredible.
volunteer.
Isn't that heartbreaking?
Yeah.
That's what he gets for living in Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
Just kidding, everyone.
Just-
We
Nothing
love
ever
everybody in
comes from
Florida.
that.
Just, you know, we love everybody.
Everybody.
You know, a friend of mine was in an Uber car. This is actually a true story.
I don't believe you.
This sounds like
I
a
saw you look
joke.
down.
No,
I know there's a
because-
punchline coming.
No. Actually, this
He
is
can read
true.
you like a book.
This is true.
Okay.
I actually reached out to him. His name's not Hal. And I said, I want to know exactly what that line was that
Which
the
line?
Uber driver said. Okay. So a friend of mine was in an Uber and then a Grindr notification went off on his phone. Okay. Okay. His Uber driver actually said, oh, I know that sound. My husband plays that game too.
True story.
So here she thinks like, oh, he's playing a game.
Candy Crush again.
Finding a new husband.
So is that something like should you speak up with? I mean,
No, I would not. That's
No.
when I would stop conversation. I would pretend I was a mute from that point on.
I don't know anything about anything, but I did get taken by Uber as far as with costs, and this is now like the second time I fell for it, so I should know better. Is that
The
when
airport thing?
Yeah, the airport thing.
Kim.
I don't know the airport thing.
Oh, it's like so you're like, okay, I want somebody to pick me up at the airport.
Right.
Okay. And so you're on the plane and you're like, okay, come pick me up. I'm going to land in like 20 minutes. Okay. And then because you're reserving it for your plane,
Right.
is that you get charged $15.
Because it's a reserve. Because you're not just standing outside and calling one from there.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait.
Exactly.
$15 is pretty, especially from your distance from the airport. I mean, that's probably double the cost, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was not,
No.
no.
At least you didn't get robbed by Uber.
What do you mean?
I got robbed by Uber.
Oh, yeah. Well, you used your debit card, ding dong.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all,
Alex,
ouch.
he put his debit card in Uber.
I mean, that's really stupid. But we try not to blame the victims of these crimes, Kim. Lots of people use their debit cards.
$180 in Uber charges in 15 minutes.
That seems legitimate.
No, it's totally legitimate. Thank God Uber caught it.
Yeah, so we're
Can
not
I
going to
borrow
do
your
that
debit
again.
card later?
No.
Okay.
They canceled it.
Wonder why. All right. So, any final comments, Maddie?
Oh, yeah. Said, I don't know how to pronounce this last name. It's Deb Doling. She says she loves your newsletter.
Oh,
and
thanks, Deb.
she actually does it. Oh, no, this is actually Susan Blackwell. Got the name wrong.
Okay.
Susan Blackwell says, I'm a bloomer from Waco, Texas, and I walk on my treadmill during the podcast. And yay.
Oh,
Don't mock her
that?
for not running like you do other people in your life, okay?
you know, research has proven that if you watch the podcast on a treadmill, that you will burn twice as many calories.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll also live at least 25% longer.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
And in the corner, you start seeing our treadmill that we're selling. All righty, folks. Again, so, those people on Rumble, everybody on Rumble, we love you. Make sure that you keep sharing out. Now, if you're on Facebook and YouTube and X and Twitch, especially you people on Twitch.
Yeah,
just
you
saying.
4.
Okay. No,
We're up to 4?
No, we have 5. Got a new one this morning.
He got Bob got the whole fam.
Make sure that you share out too, because this way, we want everybody to have an equal footing here.
Yes. If you want Kim to give you a shout out, get to work.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so we'll see you again here tomorrow. And again, if you are getting this as a podcast, you can get it as a video stream. If you're getting it as a video stream, you can get it as a podcast. See how that works? Like, Okay. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, we do have to pay the rights. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should shut up.
Okay.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.